Hey everyone. So, just while people show up here, I was walking home and just some vague mental image of this thing popped into my head. This is from an issue of Cracked magazine from like 1994 or 95, where Cracked magazine was sort of the Pepsi to Mad Magazine's Coke, say, and yeah, of course they wanted to do relevant content, what we would now call relevant content. So they did something on Doom, uh, and yeah, it's somewhat adorable. It basically recasts all of the Doom monsters into a school setting, and you're the player just trying to make it through your school day. I don't think I saw this back in the day, but I did see this hosted sometime in the aughts. Hosted on doomworld.com, because they've got, various archives. They've got the Doom comic and so forth. But yeah, I specifically remembered this. What a lousy way to start your school day. You're late and the only seat open is next to a techno wad. By which they mean just like this kind of stereotypical nerdy looking guy who is reading an issue of Cracked magazine. So like, that's going pretty deep there. It's sort of going in on the readers. It's like, oh, aren't you the technowad reader, dear reader? So that's pretty great. And it just goes through. Yeah, it's like, I guess they're kind of assuming that the player is a guy here. Level 2 is the bathrooms, and the bathrooms are all gross. Science class, wood shop, Satan Hawkins dance, and they're keeping, I guess these are like the spider masterminds recast as like dissection frogs and whatever, the mancubus and wood shop. It's they're paying attention to the, and then I guess it's all demons at the Satan Hawkins dance. Yeah, it is definitely being talked. Yeah, jock demons. So yeah, and I think these are like the Hell Barons, which I think most of us would probably agree that Hell Barons and Hell Knights are jocks. Juniors and seniors, perhaps. I don't know. Yeah, some teacher throwing Fs at you. Good old Cacodemon school nurse. And then, yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, the history teacher is throwing dates at you. Yeah, and then your health is low. Is down to 0. But yeah, they sure did do that. Yeah, the frogs are Kermits, I guess. They just wanted something kind of weird. I don't know, yeah. This, it definitely makes me think about what the people writing and doing art for this, for Cracked, would have been into in 1994, how old they were, and whether they thought this was cool or just something that they had to do because there was this big popular game, and they were always trying to tap into that relevant, demographic stuff. But yeah, that sure is a time capsule. Anyway, yeah. It is cute. Yeah, and yeah, if you search for Cracked Doom comic on Doom World, you should find it. Welcome everybody. Welcome to WAD Wednesday. Yeah, we're getting started a little later than usual here. But welcome. Let's play some Doom levels. Here's our, I don't know, yeah, they didn't do pain elementals in that Cracked comic, but this is our buddy. It's plushy. She's, fuzzy, and gives us good luck, I would humbly offer, when we hit the random button, which we will do now. E1M1 .wad in 54102, a small and nice wad. The monsters want to kill you. Because of that, you have to kill them. Alright, so the release date for this is July 1st, 1994. So this is a pretty darn early Doom level. That description is a good one. I get it. If I see monsters, I'll know what the whole story, the whole fictional situation is. Alright, and who is this by? This is by an unknown author, and it was uploaded in 2006. So who knows? Yeah, this might be just one of those real cruddy, like, 94 WADs, but I'm still glad it's in the archive. And now we can play it. I don't know. Oh gosh, okay. Alright. We are immediately beset by monsters. Alright, so like there's hit scanners here, and they're just kind of immediately... I'm trying to get them... Yeah, I'm trying to make it so that I don't get just picked apart by the hit scanners. Alright, whatever. Get these specters just kind of in the mix. Alright. Just didn't want those hit scanners killing me from afar. Oh, there's a dead Marine right over here. Alright, so these cacos, and yeah, so we started down in this little bit right here. There's some goodies to pick up, I guess. Doesn't look like there's anything too cool down there. This is a secret door? Oh, it is. Elevator. Yeah, that was just, yeah. That is a gutsy move. Oh, look at that. There's like a little... Oh, and there's a plasma gun tucked away in this weird... Oh, great. Am I stuck here now? Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow. All right. So that's a... Oh, wait. What happened? Oh. I think I was saved just now only because that monster triggered the lift. But I think I probably would have been stuck in that little nook that the plasma gun was hidden down. So that's a pretty harsh way to do it. What did that do? Alright, well, let's give it a shot. Okay, so that raised that up. Wait a minute, is something shooting... I saw bullet puffs on the ground. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, that appeared to have let out a lot more imps. Maybe some more other dudes. Oh yes, Arjuna in the chat with the link to our Discord. Feel free to drop in. It's been somewhat quiet lately, and I'm not on there super often because I only really use Discord on mobile. But yeah, some good folks. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. There's just a whole big buffet of monsters out here. I think that switch up. That little upper area, let's bump them out. So now, I'm all out of shotgun ammo, and... Oh yeah, look at that. So yeah, we've got like a missing texture type situation on this, on the ceiling of this thing. I do always kind of enjoy the surreal effect that creates, even if it is a bug. Yeah. Alright, yeah, I really don't want to fight those cacos. So yeah, like, what do I do here? There was a blue key door. There's a blue key, but I don't... Yeah, like, what? No. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Well, I'm sure I'm fighting two cacodemons in a tight hallway with only... Actually, I've got plasma here. Use it. Not cool. Alright, we got this. Oh gosh. We are joined by a caco. Alright, so what is that just another little goodie pile? Oh, look at that. I think I just saw the, what caused that crate to pop down with the chain gun? Because I need that. Alright, well, now it looks like I've got some time on my hands here to figure this out, but, is it just crossing this? Oh, yep, okay, something's going on there. Okay, there we go, cool. This is probably also how I continue with the level, right? Alright, yeah, I want all of those goodies there. Okay. Well, yeah, that's weird. I mean, this is not the most boring 1994 map in the world, probably. Big outdoor area, weird slime lake, strange kind of secret, and this required a little bit of cleverness. Alright, what's up here? Nothing. Just a dark staircase, okay. This level have an exit? Yeah, like... Let's see, I've killed 42 out of 42 monsters, and I've gotten 21 out of 22 items. Is this just an unfinished map fragment kind of thing? Oh, wait a minute, there's something, What is this? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, alright, that's like a... That's some goodies. Alright, so at this point I've killed all the monsters and gotten all the items, and there are no secrets, so I'm definitely wondering if there's any more level here. Oh, okay, no. Yeah, weird. Oh! Okay, so shooting that thing opens this up, and now... Does that do anything? Nope. Nope. So yeah, I am going to conclude that this is just a weird little map fragment that, you know, was uploaded somewhere in '94. Maybe it's one of the lost CompuServe WADs. And then, yeah, somebody found it and dusted it off, and, yeah. Interesting. 54102. I wonder what the meaning of that title is. I don't. Maybe that's the size in bytes of the WAD file. Seems like it would be about that much. Maybe less, honestly. The monsters want to kill you. Because of that, you have to kill them. Okay, well, thank you, unknown author from 1994, and thank you, person who uploaded this level in 2006. Man, we are further from the time it was uploaded than it was when it was uploaded from the time it was made, or, yeah, timestamp of the WAD. Okay, well, let's move on. KV5.WAD, William C. Drummond II. Okay. From 1997, released and finished in December of 1997. This level was inspired by the recent digs in the Valley of the Kings in Egypt. It is based on the layout of KV5, which is currently being excavated. Additional credits to id Software and my wife for being so supportive, and my love for arcades. Okay. That's cute. Yeah, alright. DMap Edit 4.0.14. I don't know if I've even heard of that editor, actually. Cool. Okay, yeah, wow, and the author provides his mailing address. Well, yeah, this author has definitely made some other levels before. They've made some pinball maps before, which I might have played, honestly. Pinball.wad, aka Pinball Dreams, definitely does sound familiar. And Heretic's Water Pit. Okay, so this is interesting because, yeah, Valley of the Kings in Egypt. That's interesting. Yeah, well, let's see what, let's see, it's single player and co-op, Doom 2 Map 1. Yeah, let's give it a shot. And if any of my former Campo Santo friends who are working on In the Valley of Gods, if I have the title exactly right there, are watching, take note, because this Doom level might have something important that y'all will want to put into your video game. I don't know, yeah. KV5, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, just put yourself into the mindset that this is an Egyptian tomb. This style of level entrance is always kind of interested me, you know, because it's like it's like this little outdoor area, and then it just kind of goes down. And this actually, I don't know, this is totally a thing. Like the thief level, the thief 1 mission down in the Bone Hoard opens with something that looks vaguely like this, and then one of the later maps in Plutonia opens like this, and you go down into the thing. Like it's used a few times throughout Doom mapping. That's always kind of been interesting to me. I'm gonna turn off the music here as it's default. Doom, but the health bonuses are red bone juice. Yeah, right. Like at the end of this level, you were rewarded with a, you know, red cursed sarcophagus juice, and you get to swig it from, I don't know, a Starbucks Venti Grande cup or something. I don't know. Alright, so this is definitely feeling very, you know, dungeon claustrophobic tomb-like. Oh, a big open area here. Alright. A Hall of Pillars. This is like one of those just archetypes of room that, you know, depending on the setup, can be pretty fun, or also just kind of flat. Seems like it has a decent, you know, it's not so big that, you know, and there's some orienteering stuff here. Like we came in here, there's nothing against this back wall. Ooh, look, we can go further down here. What's going to happen there? Oh, okay, so that's... Alright, so these doors are like kind of stone doors. Alright, so there's a sense that we can go deeper in, but also there's a whole lot of other little rooms. Yeah, so let's poke our nose into these before we go on to the critical path here. Strategically eating the soul sphere. Oh, oh yeah. Where does Kako come from? Because yeah, this definitely feels like a hub area that you could crisscross back into and be running into different... Oh, I heard a Nazi. Epic 2, the Egyptian-themed Mega WAD. That's from a good while ago, right? That's sort of a classic era Mega WAD, if I recall. I feel like I probably did play it at some point a long, long time ago. Alright, blue key. Alright, I see, I thought I was just going off and further off the path, but just little bitty nooks here. Invulnerability sphere. Don't know if I necessarily want to gobble that just yet, nor that berserk thing. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's the Indiana Jones setup. Nazis in the tomb. Yeah, so yeah, this is definitely one of those, you know, it's very trunk and branch and leaf sort of layouts, you know, where there's like a big thing, and then you step off of that into a sub area, and then there's like lots of little nooks and stuff. So you can kind of take this hierarchical approach to exploring, and mentally ticking stuff off that you visited. Yeah, there's lots of goodies in these little crypts, I suppose. Alright, so what's in here? A deeper chamber. I think, you know, when you have something that when you have something that creates this very deep sense of hierarchy of space, when you twist that a little bit and say, no, actually you thought that this was going, you know, you use it to create expectations that you then, you know, betray or do something interesting with, that can be cool. yeah, that hierarchy of space concept, we didn't call it that on Bio 1, but it was definitely something that we sort of discovered, you know, so to speak, and thought about more intentionally as development went on, and definitely, and we did call it hierarchy of space on Bioshock 2, I believe, but you know, because a lot of the early spaces that we built for Bio 1, and I would definitely include some of my own early layouts, didn't do a good job, or like they had sort of a confused hierarchy of space where there would be a hallway, but you would just be sort of cutting through it on the way to another big area. Oh, okay, so this requires a red key. All right. So yeah, they're setting up all kinds of doubling back and so forth. Okay, so let's see. What haven't we stuck our nose into yet? Okay, yeah, I did go in here. And I just want to make sure that I've actually exhausted. This was where the blue key was, right? Yeah. Okay. Alright. And then is there nothing against this back wall here? Oh no, there is this. Yeah, it creates a certain kind of mindset in the player, you know, when you're giving them this kind of layout. You know, it's sort of like, in some ways you can be telling the player to pay attention here, because there's so many choices that if you don't, you know, think intentionally about where you're going, then you'll just wander in circles, or, you know. Okay, well that's a super shotgun. Not too much fanfare, but I'll take it. Okay. So that felt... This almost feels like a trap, you know, like if I come back out into the main space and there's a bunch of new enemies here. Okay, no, nothing. So yeah, that felt pretty much like a gimme. And I do like that there's a skull birthday cake here. That's good. Okay, so I think at this point we've explored everything else, and now let's push ahead to here. Oh golly, wow, okay, so there's lots of little chambers. So many little chambers. So many chambers. And yeah, I guess these enemies are all tagged as ambush. I.e. they will only come after you once you start making noise. Chainsaw, alright. Yeah, this is very literal. It does feel like, you know, the author was looking at like a drawing or something in National Geographic or whatever. Which, you know, is cool. I mean, if that's what inspires a person to take up, you know, level design or something, then that's cool. Alright, so yeah, just continue to do lots and lots of goodies in these little side chambers. But it's, you know, I think the danger with this kind of layout or just level pattern is that it can get pretty monotonous, you know, where, you know, you're just always, you know, it gets repetitive, and you just sort of routinely go through and, you know, and repetition can be cool, you know, popping bubble wrap, and I think that's where, you know, playing with expectations can be really valuable, because you're like, okay, there's all these little chambers. Oh, but look, there's one that actually has like a really something weird in it, or really changes your understanding of the space. No real curveballs so far in this level, but yeah, I think this layout, this kind of layout, is also fairly conducive to a particular style of mental mapping, where you model the layout as a similar sort of abstract tree in your head. And I think some people find that pretty easy to do, and myself included, and other people find it more difficult to do. And you know, I think that's that's an interesting thing about mapping in general, is that you're always contending with people's different styles of, you know, some layouts are going to be more challenging for some types of brains. Oh, is that it? Huh. Well, I mean, there was like a whole. Did I even need to use a particular key there? Or? Huh. Well. All right. So I guess it's just a bunch of this space is optional. Hello, welcome, latecomers. Computer map. Man, yeah, I still don't have a chain gun. Assuming this level is faithful to the tombs, surely the confusing layout is intentional as a sort of trap for thieves. I wouldn't actually say that this level is that this layout is that confusing, honestly. Like, it feels pretty straightforward, actually. It's got lots of little, you know, wrinkles to it. It's very leafy, but you know, as far as like if I get on a hallway, I follow it until I end up in another hallway, basically, and I can find my way back to the hub pretty darn easily, really. Okay, so wait, no, I want to go here because there was a yellow key door here, and okay, all right, and there's a little chamber with the red key. So that might actually be almost it for this level. But let's go see. Ambulance going by outside. Alright, so actually I want to go here. I mean, this is the kind of layout that without auto map would definitely be much harder, because you would need to like remember specifically where you're at in the hierarchy. That could be pretty challenging. But okay. All right, so that takes us back to Underhalls. Is that all of... Yeah, okay, so that's all of... There's one secret, and that's all the monsters, and I probably did leave behind, what, like 8 items in the various, you know, little nooks and stuff. So that's not too surprising. But I want to go back and see... I didn't actually push ahead to see where that secret room... where that secret exit left us. Like, I think there was only one map entry in this WAD, so I don't think it's an honest-to-God secret level or anything, but, yep, okay, just takes us to Underhalls. Okay, well, yeah, that was cool. I mean, pretty illustrative of, like, a certain type, and it does feel really devoted to... I don't know, yeah, yeah, it would be worth it to look up the actual... any diagrams or something of the Valley of Kings, because yeah, like, you know, it does seem, it has that feel, that highly repetitious feel of a lot of real world architecture, where, you know, they wanted a bunch of tombs so that they could bury, I don't know what this is, like the different pharaohs' organs or pets or something, or family, you know, that kind of thing, you know, mummy stuff. So yeah, okay, well that was KV5.WAD from William C. Drummond II from 1997. Cool. And yeah, I had never heard of that editor that that the author used. Cool. All right, yeah, we got a Wikipedia link in the chat to the tombs and stuff. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, let's pick another one. Dragon12.WAD by Ron Williams from May of 1994. So even earlier in the history of WADs than our first level today. A massive level that originally started out looking like a dragon, however, due to size limitations of the DEU editor, see below, I was forced to shrink and stuff a few sections until it ended up looking more like a mutant hunchback Doberman with a severe case of hemorrhoids. Gosh, vivid. My options were to redraw to make the artwork appear better or go with a level that isn't an outright blast to play. Easy choice, artwork be damned, let's kick some ass. I didn't care much for the let me see you get through this kind of attitude that seems to have destroyed the fun in what would have otherwise been some really good PWADs. So this level is unconditionally playable. There are only a couple of what I would consider tough puzzles to get past, and there are no death pits. If you can get in, you could get out. Basically, this level is a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, all right. Ron Williams expressing a design sensibility of sorts there. And yeah, I am definitely a proponent of if you can get in, you can get out. And yeah, some technical details about map limits that the author ran into. No, there definitely was early editors and just vanilla Doom, had those limitations. Cool. Let's give it a shot. Dragon 12 by Ron Williams from May of '94. So like Doom level editors would only have been a thing for a very short time at that point. And this is E1M2, so let's jump into that. And if this has the original music, yeah, then I'm absolutely going to dang, what's this level called? God, I just can never retain it. Alright, I remember the author's name. So I'm going to call my save that. Alright, well, yeah, let's see. This was originally shaped like a dragon, and the author had to do stuff to it to beat it into shape. This definitely does feel like it's following kind of a Dragon 12, that's right, yeah. If no death pits, then why not just make all catwalks impassable? Well, I think the reason you would do that is, like, if you have precarious catwalky type things, then, if you fall into the acid pits, if the way back up is difficult to access or something, you're putting a penalty, you're putting a price on failing to stay on the catwalks. Which can easily be frustrating sometimes, but I suppose that's the design trade-off there. Oh yeah, what's the door movement there? Oh yeah, like the door track texture is not pegged, which does definitely make it feel really. Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, no, I'm so used to seeing that I didn't pick up on it exactly, but it does feel, I mean, technically this is a bug, or just like it's not something that the id maps ever do. They always peg the door track texture just so that it looks like the door is a slab that's traveling along those tracks. Whereas here, it kind of, it's sort of, I mean, it's weird that the floor doesn't move, but it does read as a different kind of like sci-fi architecture thing. Okay, so this big area here. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm already getting like kind of a dragon shape here. And yeah, I dig this big space. It's like big and dark, and it has like some crinkles to it, where it's like, oh yeah, what's lurking in these little corners and stuff, Enemy presence is not heavy at the moment. I guess the enemies up on these high points would have given, non-mouse look players, i.e. everybody back then, more trouble than I'm having here, but, that's just that general. Something that was super challenging in 1994 might be an absolute breeze given current, contemporary FPS player skill and, super high frame rate and mouse look and all that stuff that you get with a source port. Okay, yeah, there's a red key. There's a demon up here. Yeah, this is very, very sparing with its use of monsters so far. But yeah, I dig this. I mean, the shape is cool and funky, and it creates some interesting spatial stuff on the ground level here. There's some little, I guess these are maybe like no, I was gonna say spines on the dragon's back, but probably not. Oh, what's this? Little lift texture here. So yeah, we've got the red cube. Oh, hello. Some little ambush imps there. They're waiting for me. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Yeah, this is like big. Big area. Tall ledge. Big flowing nukage river feature, I guess. Yeah, I mean, this kind of scale is definitely not something you would ever see in any of the id maps. There's one or two, you know, Final Doom and Master levels that do this kind of scale, but yeah, you know, I think that's. I remember getting a level editor sometime in like maybe the summer of '94, and really wanting to make big spaces. You know, I tried to make like an outdoor, just a big outdoor space. You know, yeah, because like you realized that making a big space in the editor was pretty much just as easy as making, you know, a small space, and the only thing really stopping you was just detail levels. Which editors also made it very easy to run into. Alright, so are we seeing more of the dragon shape here? I'll have a look in a second here. Alright, so now we have the blue key. And yeah, this is a cool flow idea here. You know, we're doubling back, but on a much higher level. Oh man, that door just turned all those demons into soup. Okay, this is the exit, it looks like. But also, it looks like there's some extra credit here. Oh, what's going on here? This is a weird space. Yep, this might just be like a total bonus or something. But, yeah, it's cool. I mean, yeah, May of '94, you know, and this was released in early May of '94, so the author probably, like, heard that level editors were available, immediately downloaded one, and started making stuff. And, yeah, I don't know, that's cool. Like, it's, you know, I wasn't making stuff quite that early, and I certainly didn't release anything. So, pretty cool. And yeah, like, you know, this is a mask texture. It's intended to be used for like a little fence, a little looky fence kind of thing. But, you know, the author using it here, and it just like displays the transparent that's black. But, you know, in like that super early 1994 map kind of way, it does sort of work. Hello, welcome, Josh. Yeah, this is... Yeah, and the author's playing around with different shapes here. You know, I think this is just stuff that everybody does when they're making stuff in a level editor for the first time, you know. I mean, the author went way off grid here, you know, like this isn't like a straight 45-degree angle. So yeah, the author just created these shapes and was just kind of, you know, jiggling them around as best they can. The Psychonauts level design term for this is wonk. Making it wonky, you know? Anytime you have like a really cut and dried 90-degree angle thing, or something that's just moving in a really straight line, you know, you twist it, you tilt it, you make it feel kind of weird and, you know, lumpy, or just, you know, a more interesting shape. And so yeah, sometimes what us designers on the project will build something out of blocks that's like very cut and dried. And the note for art will be, oh yeah, wonkify that. Nothing to do with Willy Wonka, although I do believe level artists are the Willy Wonkas of game development. Inviting us into their wonderful factory of beautiful level art that turns our sad little gray boxes into beautiful wonderlands. Cool. Alright, so this is like a teleporter, right? Where's this going to take us? Yeah. Did this just... Oh, okay, so yeah, this teleported us to the end, to the far end of this space. Does it just go back the other way? Yeah, it does. Alright, so that's cool, you know. Again, yeah, I'm really reading this as just, you know, the author just, like, gets to the end, makes an exit for the level, and is just like, you know what, screw this, I'm gonna keep going. Actually, yeah, there's a hole there. There's a door over here. Okay. Bunch of zombie mans. Oh, I heard a cat go. Oh, hello. All right, we got a little trap here. Some spring-loaded cacos. Absolutely, the Gene Wilder Wonka. Yeah, I mean that's the only Wonka in my mind. Yeah. Yeah, his performance in that is just incomparable. Like, yeah, that was a movie that I saw very young as a kid. Like, yeah, I saw, yeah, coming out into the big candy room and the pure imagination, and yeah, that's in there deep. And yeah, without spoiling anything too specifically, yeah, that there is definitely something about that in autobiographical architecture. This is really awesome. You know, I just came in and started running ahead, but this is freaking cool. I seriously like this. It's a huge open space, and it has like this serpentine kind of thing. Yeah, it's really... Alright, so wait, I drop down here. Do I get... Can I make it go up? How do I... Okay, maybe I need to like hop off and hit a switch or something? Yeah, there were so many things that I liked about the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka, but yeah, I liked a whole bunch of stuff about it. It really just kind of fired my imagination and sense of mystery and stuff. I really liked that it had like little kid, like I don't know what, like 4. I mean, that movie came out, you know, years and years before I was born. So, but I saw it just, you know. When I was 4 or 5 maybe, and I liked that it had a scary part, you know, like the part where they go through the tunnel, which is legit. If you look at it today, it is legit intense and disturbing, like just no joke. But I liked, you know, and at first maybe I did find it upsetting or something, but I watched that movie several times, and you know, the fact that the scary part was just something that you had to get through to get further into the part that you liked, and that, I don't know, it was actually sort of psychologically, you know, valuable. Okay, so like, how do I get through this? And let me zoom out here and see like how we're doing on the looking like a dragon front here. Yeah, so I can't even tell necessarily what the original dragon shape was supposed to be. Yeah, it's definitely not SR50able because it's like up on a way higher level. Like, yeah, I don't think there's any... No, I think I'm clearly meant to just... Okay, so there's these big pillars in the ceiling. And yeah, those look like they are indeed floor to ceiling. But like, I feel like there would just be like a switch or something here. Now we are playing a 94 map here, so there might just be like something that's like, oh yeah, that's a door. It's not textured like a door, but it is totally a door. Okay, yeah, I can't get up there. If I hop off of that lift there, can I do anything? Yeah, this is quite a mystery. I mean, like, that's a super mystery. Like, how do I get that? And then also, like... Is there anything I can interact with here? Yeah, I haven't even seen the. I guess that was like Tim Burton with Johnny Depp as Wonka. Yeah, I remember that coming out sometime like, I don't know, 15 years ago or so, but I didn't see it. And yeah, I liked I found it really interesting going back to it as an adult, the focus on Charlie as explicitly as a poor kid, you know, like, just, they make so much of his, like, you know, poor circumstances, you know, where he lives with, like, 4 grandparents and a hard-working mom and stuff. You know, I feel like that portrayal of class stuff was just, you know, not a big deal in 1971 or whatever, but, yeah. Okay, like, I'm trying to just... Yeah, alright, is it even possible to, I'm gonna go ahead and use a cheat code here. And see... Okay, damn, there is, like, a whole section beyond that. So what am I missing here? Okay, like... This is some mystery. Alright, so misaligned texture. Okay, yeah, that's just a door. And yeah, we've got more weird, wonky, organic areas. Yeah. Oh, hello. That's cool. That's a cool little trap type thing. Lava wedge comes down. A bunch of monsters riding on it. Kako seems to hate that lost soul. Oh, and this popped open. I just heard a cyber demon aggro, so we might be dealing with some of that in a bit. Interesting. Oh, hey, buddy. I don't really have anything to take him on with, so... Yeah, that ain't good. That ain't good. Alright, like... Ooh boy. Getting shot at. Let's see. I want to go... Oh, hey! Man, having invisibility with a cyber demon around is just no fun. No, do not come in here. Okay, no, actually, I don't want to go there. I want to go... Just dancing around that cyber demon. Do not go through the door. No. Oh, jeez. Oh, he's in here. This is awkward. Alright, so, like, there is something I can open here. Aha! You are not going to come in here, buddy. I'm just trying to find all the secrets. And I guess there was a secret, like, right before... Yeah, like, leading up to here. This is almost certainly not important, but, you know, screw it. We're just poking our heads into every little place we can. Alright, alright. Yeah, so not much more to that first area we were in, it seems like. So yeah, how do I get up that, like, serpentine staircase kind of thing? That feels like it is the way forward into the rest of the level, but... And yeah, there definitely wouldn't be, like, any mapper tricks or anything. Oh, hey. This Kako's still alive. No! Alright, like... Oh wait, I didn't actually... Okay, yeah, that room with the exit has a little door in it. Has a little thing in it. I kind of want to explore that just to... Any thoughts on Sigil? It's not out, is it? I didn't miss it being released, right? But yeah, no, I'm pumped for it. I'm keen to see it. I haven't watched hardly any of Romero's live streams of the levels, so I'm gonna go in relatively unspoiled. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, the exit might not be a real exit. Oh, hey, yeah. I should shoot this Kako and fight him for a while. Yep, sure does take a while to kill a Cyber Demon with Doom 1 weapons that aren't the BFG. Seeing the Cyber Demon get hit by those Kako balls is always just kind of adorable. Cyber Demon's like, ah, you're stressing me out. Ah. Alright, so that's the end of that Cyber Demon. I don't know if the designer was intending. And yeah, and I killed that Kako friend for its troubles. I feel like a jerk, but I really wanted to see what was in that tiny closet off of the exit room. Just stuff, just goodies, you know, whatever. That's what we're about here. Okay. Yeah, so like... Oh, see, that's just blocked off. So yeah, I actually couldn't... Right, alright, so yeah, this is just classic level design happening here. It's like, okay, you're at the end of the level, but you aren't. So just, yeah. It's cool. And yeah, like this space, had a nice payoff in that it was a reasonably interesting place to fight a big Cyber Demon. You know, you had like these little, there's a few dead ends, lots of cover to take, and you can lose sight of the Cyber Demon and be like, oh gosh, where is it? Where did the Cyber Demon go? Yeah, and then it changed a little. This is like, you know, all pretty sophisticated for like for like month 1 or 2 of Doom level design. Like... Oh, awesome, yes. The final version of Joy of Mapping 6, the Mega WAD that Trotem and Arjuna and a bunch of folks contributed to, is in the queue to be, you know, committed to the archive. Yeah, I did play a few people's levels for that over Christmas holiday, I guess. And that was, yeah, it was really fun. It was really cool. Yeah, those two folks' levels were really cool. Liz Ryerson's map was absolutely awesome, I thought. I'm biased because I know all these people and, you know, they are cool, but the maps are cool, seriously. Yeah, this is definitely like, I mean, it rates very highly for something, you know, this shortly after, you know, editors being available, but man, yeah, like what am I missing here with regards to like getting this thing up? I'm just gonna cheat up because I really want to see the rest of this level, but I wish I knew what the intended path up here was. Jibbed. Jibs. Cool. Yeah, the like the author is making all kinds of the author is making their rooms all kinds of interesting shapes, but the fact that the floor and ceiling are always like the same height definitely kills some of the enjoyment of that, you know. Tell that we're definitely following an intentionally sketched out in the editor shape, you know, and the walls kind of twist and turn like this, which can have a pleasant effect, you know. Ooh, I like that we're getting into the darker and darker corridors here. I could really do like an outdoor space right now. Ooh, is that like a fake wall? Yes, it is. Good job. Cool. So yeah, this is like a very, you know, sort of rough implementation of it, but, you know, a little space that a monster can be in and appear to pop out of a wall. That's cool. Yeah, I heard that that Sigil is going to be released sometime in February or March, maybe. It was definitely like, you know, one of those months. I haven't heard any updates on it. Yeah, I probably won't play it on a WAD Wednesday. I'll probably just, you know, because I like to just keep WAD Wednesday focused on the random stuff. But yeah, I'll do like a special, maybe a couple of Sigil Saturdays or Sigil Sundays or something. I don't know. It doesn't have to be alliterative consonants, but you know, the temptation is there. Yeah, this is okay. So this is another big cool area after, and yeah, just really wild uses of texture here. Just definitely that, you know, early days Doom mapping type stuff where it's like, I want a big pillar. How about I make it out of this grating texture? You know, it always makes me kind of curious, like, did the author intend for this to be like a see-through cage type thing? Because you can totally do that. Or were they just fine with it just being like a black, you know, fancy type thing? Mid-February, okay, for Sigil. Jeez, okay, alright. We're running into heavy resistance here, and these rooms are getting more sophisticated. To some extent. Yeah, like I dig the way that the staircase kind of plunges down into this room. Yeah, it's definitely the beginnings of... this is the kind of map that you could, you know, if you gave it like the makeover, you know, people on the Doom World forums and so forth do this all the time, where they'll take like a 1994 map and then just like give it a bunch of tweaks and like decorate it, you know, and like do, you know, just turn it into a big proper thing, while still retaining the basic layout, which can be a pretty fascinating exercise to see like the before and after of that. Yeah, it's, you know... One of my favorite examples of that, actually, is, it wasn't specifically as like a 1994 map makeover, but it was in, I think it's called Doom the Lost Episode, and one of Zazer's maps in there is called Carroll Street Station, which is actually named after a marathon level, but it is a remake of one of the Tom Hall Doom Alpha maps, and it's completely unrecognizable, almost, from its original Doom Alpha map thing, but it feels like such a strange level. Yeah, just because, you know, Zazer was working with this very weird, you know, kind of Tom Hall trying to do a realistic base layout sort of thing, but it's been transposed into the overall style of that episode. That's the other really interesting thing about Doom the Lost Episode, is that it's an episode 5 WAD, you know, like Sigil, I guess. And it has a unique skybox, and they really do try to like do something aesthetically different with it. So I really enjoy, and it's all of the map layouts are based off of just sort of errata and stuff, like just random little discarded bits. There's a couple of maps that are remade versions of PlayStation 1 Doom exclusive maps, just sort of remade into like the same kind of aesthetic. So yeah, just all kinds of, you know, weird, interesting stuff going on there. But yeah, that Carroll Street Station map was pretty wild to play. Yeah, just a really different sort of feel. Yeah, it felt like playing a very old and a very new Doom level all at once. Okay, so, oh, there we go! Oh man, I didn't see it, but yeah, there's our buddy the dragon. Okay, yeah, so yeah, it's a dragon with like, yeah, I guess this could have been like a wing eventually or something. But, no, I'm totally feeling it, yeah, this is totally it's a pretty adorable dragon, honestly. Awesome, yeah. Okay, so like, there's a yellow key somewhere. Okay, and then there's like a little There's like a little Trogdor arm coming off of it, and that's probably where I got to get the yellow key from. Let's see. So I got to go back through here. Oh, okay, yeah. All right. So it was just this big lift type thing. The big long lift. Yeah. Yeah, I just dig these spaces like that. There's something kind of audacious about that, knowing how old this level is. And yeah, that E1M2 music is just so soothing. I could just listen to it all day. Alright, so not actually anything cool, no goodies and no, like, you know, progression juice in there, but I don't know, maybe I did that for some reason. So, like, what's going on here? Like, is there like a little... It seems like a secret, right? But at this point, I'm just, you know, trying to figure out how to get through this thing. It's a very long lift. Yeah, progression juice. I read a little bit of this paper that came out a few years ago called Consciousness as a Form of Matter. And it seemed, you know, it was by like this big deal physicist person or something. Yeah, but it just, you know, I couldn't really parse it, honestly, because of how jargony and stuff it was, so who knows what kind of merit it has. But, oh wow, now we're back here. Okay, so that put us all the way back here. What? Oh, look at this. Look at this. There's like a little alcove in here. Did this? Oh, look at this. It's the red line. Whoop. Aha. There we go. Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, that's probably how we're intended. Okay. All right. So I cheated past it, but I could have figured it out, and I wasn't really missing out on anything particularly awesome. It is AA Stinky. Yeah. Good old AA Stinky. That's just what the texture is called in the iWAD. So like, yeah, where is the yellow key? Where is the yellow key is my question. So yeah, that was a really weird, like, little secret teleporter taking us back further into the level where we don't really need to go, especially, but... Alright, and then we're gonna go through... This is definitely, yeah, this definitely feels intestinal. Kind of winding back and forth, whip around, and then whip around again. Okay, like, yeah, so that was that teleporter. Woo! Okay. I sure did fly off all that. Yeah, not missing anything there. Now we're on the little dragon leg. The yellow key was the appendix all along. Oh gosh, like way down at the end of the thing. Could be. Could be. I couldn't tell you. All right, I am actually going to just cheat here and find out where the yellow key is, because if I missed it, and it's like way the heck back. And that's a bad time. Yep, okay. Not seeing it. Alright, so it looks like there's some goodies in there. Just sort of in keeping with the secret placement style. Oh, wait a minute. There was like a little dealie in the dragon's eye, I think, that has the yellow key. Alright, well, that's fine. Let's just carry on here. I won't find that last secret. That is fine. And let's see, is it in this weird little room? Yes, okay, so I missed that that thing had a door in it. It didn't have the customary little door notch, just a little same kind of general color and value texture door there. But now I have the yellow key, and I can go here. There's some imps waiting for us. Ooh, teleported. Well, that's interesting. Where does that take us then? Alright, so now this is like the dragon's nostril. And wait, now we're back here. Wait a minute. So where does this take us? Like, this didn't pop open. Does this level have an exit? What is the deal? Oh wait, no, right, yeah, there's the whole... Right, I had already forgotten. The exit is actually way back here. And I just needed to, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that I didn't get in here. Yeah, alright. Okay, well let's actually just see this through to the end, even though I don't think there's going to be any surprises along the way necessarily. Alright, and this is kind of a shortcut. This feels like a shortcut back, although who knows. What is the deal with health kits? Oh, okay, so that came down, and alright, so let's just have this pile of goodies. Don't really need it anymore. But maybe they were thinking I would grab that on my way back to fight the Cyber Demon? I don't know. I do feel like I kind of triggered the Cyber Demon early, but who knows. Or like I was intended to run away and then come back later. Okay, yeah, and there is... Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah, let's have one good look at this adorable auto map. So that's just great, you know, like that's definitely one for the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, we're like going through the dragon's we start in its tail, we're going through its intestines. The shape gradually becomes clearer when you as you get further into it, and yeah, no, I feel like the author managed to make some cool spaces while still sticking to their high concept layout. And yeah, some good fights in this. Yeah, I liked how some of the stuff was hidden. Definitely like really early, but like pretty competent and you know, the direction was reasonably good for a map made at the very beginning of the whole craft of level design. Okay, well, yeah, that was Dragon 12 by Ron Williams, and that is a good one to end on. Cool, yeah, and I like that the author just gives us the whole little story of its creation and stuff. DEU 5.0, man, DEU was already up to version 5.0 in like, yeah, in May of, okay, this was May 18th, not early May, but, man, okay. Well, cool. Yeah, I think that does it for me for tonight, but thank you as always for watching. Yeah, we had a good mix. We played Dragon 12, KV5, very like real world Egypt tune thing, and just a strange, you know, unknown author level. But yeah, cool. Okay, well, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great week. And I'll see y'all next time. And yeah, until then, have a good one.